On this episode of On the Mic with Mike and Moose.
So Janus was the god of the door, like doors, wind.
Hold on 1 second. I still got a call anyway. What is happening? I put it on airplane mode. Okay. Sorry. Redo that.
No, I like this. I like this. Let's keep going. Happy New Year, everybody. This is your boy Moose coming to you from just outside of Birmingham, Alabama.
New year, new you. Yeah, come on now. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm not going to be that hype, y'all, but my name is Mike. I live in Moore, Oklahoma, the tornado capital of the world. Good to see y'all. Happy New Year.
So, Mike, I'm wearing this Alabama hat right now. Um, this is coming out on January the 2nd, which means it's the day after the Rose Bowl.
Will Alabama be in that Rose Bowl?
They are in that Rose Bowl.
You are. Oh, yeah.
They play Indiana on January the 1st. And so I'm hoping that wearing this at a celebration. And cool thing is the whether they win or lose, January 1st, 2026 was the 100th anniversary of the first time Alabama played in and won the Rose Bowl.
Oh, wow.
And because of that game, there is a line in the fight song. Just fight on, fight on, men. Remember, the Rose Bowl will win then. Hey. So it's the 100th anniversary of Alabama playing in it, playing Indiana. And so I'm hoping that I am happy right now when this airs. But hey,
So isn't the Rose Bowl where y'all got Roll Tide from? Didn't it come from?
no,
Okay.
that came the Roll Tide came from the about 3 or 4 years earlier, maybe 6 years earlier. It was I can't remember who they were playing. They were playing somewhere in Birmingham. I think at Birmingham Southern maybe. And the one of the reporters said that pretty much that Alabama's offensive line looked like a crimson tide coming in because they were all wearing crimson jerseys. A lot of people don't realize this, but Alabama's called the Crimson Tide because one of the first coaches for Alabama in the 1890s learned the game of football at Harvard. And Harvard is known as the Harvard
I don't know.
the Harvard Crimson.
I never knew that.
Yes, so Harvard's known as the Harvard Crimson, and so Alabama's first jerseys or first sweaters resembled that of Harvard University's.
I never knew that, brother. For
So
real.
that's why we got it. That's why the color is crimson and it's not red. It's crimson.
Ah,
So anyway, that's just a little tidbit.
this will make you laugh just a little bit, just for funny jokes. I said, Jody, turn around when you say Roll Tide. Because remember, we live in Oklahoma and they won the playoff game. I said, turn around and smile big so that they can see that you have more than three teeth when you say Roll Tide.
All right, now you grew up in Mississippi in the Panhandle, so
Listen, I know.
you have no room to talk. You might be a Florida Gator, but you're not really that Florida. You're more Alabama than you are Florida. Okay,
You got to admit that was good, though.
so anyway,
Okay, I'm just going to say this. This is just for funny. When you're living on the Gulf Coast, it's always that old Dodge Caravan that hasn't had its car washed in a long time, right? That has the big A. That's got the duct tape. That's the only. I'm like, people outside of that Dodge Caravan need to get the big A and put it on their vehicle. But it's always that Dodge Caravan, the one from like.
Mike, you're about to maybe start saying some words I don't want to say. Hey, it's the
That's
new
only
year.
on the Gulf Coast, though.
Hey,
For real.
hey, it's the new year right now, man. Don't make me break my New Year's resolution already.
Yeah. No, we play back and forth, y'all. It's playful
So,
banter.
anyways, January 2nd on failed resolutions. So do you do New Year's resolutions?
Yes, I have, and I failed. I would say 99% of them.
I
Honestly,
quit doing them. I quit doing them
no,
because it
I
just
don't do them anymore. I did them for a long
mm,
time.
I don't do them because it's just I know I'm going to fail. Because usually it's stuff like, well, honestly, I know one of my resolutions probably about 5 years ago, 6 years ago. I was looking at pictures of myself and I felt bad about myself and I felt bad for my daughter because I'm like, if I don't do something, I'm going to my daughter's not going to have a dad.
Yep, that's where I was too.
And even though it's if some people want to say that I'm cheating, I have diabetes, so I take the Manjaro, and it's nice to be able to have a good side effect of that Manjaro
To
that'll
lose
lose
weight.
weight. You know what I
But
mean?
that A1C being low is even better.
Yeah, my A1C like it was 5.3, 5.2 last time I had it
Dang.
taken.
5.3. 5.3 gay. What
So
is up?
I mean, since I started taking it, the lowest mine's been has been 4.8.
Whoa, I haven't been down that far yet, but
But I was like one of the first times, and so like the last 3 or 4 times I've had A1C taken, it's been in the 5.1 to 5.3 range, which is amazing considering where I was. I wasn't as high as you were,
yeah, I was
but
11.1.
anyway, so kind of going back on that, I told my daughter when she was probably 6 or 7 years old, I'm gonna lose the weight, and guess what? Time came around, didn't lose the weight.
It's hard.
Um, but like today, I went and bought me a pair of jeans. They were size 40 in the waist. I probably could wear a 38, but I like to be a little more comfortable with my jeans. Um, and uh, I wore 36 in high school, and I can wear 38 in some things. I would like to get back down to a. There you go again. You're sideways on me.
Somebody was calling. Sorry about that.
Good.
Let me put it on airplane mode. Hold on. Okay,
So,
it's on airplane mode.
but so I would love to get back down in an extra large shirt, but that hadn't happened. But I am wearing 2X's in a lot of things, so there was times where 3X's were getting too tight on me. Of course, I know that you can
Uh,
relate to that kind of stuff.
I was up to 6X, bro.
Yeah,
6X.
so I never got above 3X, but anyway, so New Year's resolutions have never really been something that I've done I've never really been happy about. I ran for a little bit, which was cool. Um, I quit drinking for a little bit, when I
Oh
was
yeah.
younger, but that didn't last very long. I know some people quit smoking. My mom was the best. When my mom told me she was going to quit smoking, she quit. She quit cold turkey. Never
Oh
seen
yeah.
anything like it. And I don't know. I feel like people want to bring in the new year with uh with something to kind of be positive for them, and then we just hard to break that habit.
Hmm.
Do you know where the word January comes from?
I really do not. I used to.
So Janus was the god of the door, like doors, wind.
Hold on 1 second. I still got a call anyway. What is happening? I put it on airplane mode. Okay. Sorry. Redo that.
No, I like this. I like this. Let's keep going. So it's gonna stay on here because I think it's funny, and
Oh yeah, do it.
that might actually be the intro to this video.
It'd be like, ah, Mike Pig is getting a phone call again.
But anyways, Janus is like the god of almost like the doorway, and so it's like you're all walking through a new door. You're walking into the new year.
Yeah.
A lot of when you look at the first part of the year, the names of our months are named after like Roman or they're named after Roman gods. And then when you get to the summertime, it's named after a couple of the Caesars. And then when you get to the end of the year, they're named after numbers, but
Yeah.
they're off by 2. Did you know that?
I did not.
So like September, okay. September is the sept in September. It means 7, but it's the 9th month. October, the oct means 8, like octopus,
Yeah.
but it's the 10th month. November means 9. The nov means 9, and then the D, a deci, in
10.
December means 10.
Hexagon. Oh,
So just a little bit. I know I'm going to go off on a tangent, but I like to share this fact. The Romans thought it would be good to add 2 months, and which was fine because it kind of evened out the calendar because we're really on a 12-month cycle. And so instead of putting the 2 months at the end of the year, they put them slap in the middle. And so the month of July is named after Julius Caesar.
yeah.
The month of August is named after Augustus Caesar.
I
And
did.
so 7 and 8 were pushed in, and they bumped 8, 9, or 9, 10, 11, and 12 months back to 9, 10, 11. Yeah, not they moved 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 back to 9, 10, 11, and 12. So that's just a fun little fact is September, you still having people call?
Right, they're doing it left and right. Let me send. Okay, I've got. Oh, hold on one second.
This is fun, people. For
Yeah.
everybody who got a new phone for Christmas, your resolution should be to figure out how to turn it off whenever you don't want to be disturbed.
Here's the deal. I've put it on airplane mode, completely on airplane mode. People are still getting through. Y'all answer that one. Answer that one for me.
But as far as resolutions go, I think that we talked about it in the last episode about kind of uh building lifestyles, having lifestyles and changing your lifestyles is a lot different than just making a resolution.
Yeah.
You can go through a program, you can go join Planet Fitness for $8 a month for 6 months. But if you're not making a commitment to that lifestyle, then you're going to fail.
Oh yeah.
And so that's kind of like I'm at a point now in my life to where I look at things, and if I don't feel like it's attainable or if it's almost impossible to do, then more than likely I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
I hate failing at things.
Yes.
I mean, I'm back in school, and one of the few things that I ever felt like I really failed at was the first time that I was when I was getting my doctorate. But God had his plan. And here I am 15 years later working on another doctorate. And hopefully by this time next year or going into this time next year, I'll be close to being able to be called Dr. Johnston or Dr. Moose.
Dr. Moose, I like that.
I'll be like, how you have Dr. Teeth in Electric Mayhem from the Muppets. I'm going to be
Mhm.
Dr. Moose in the Rooted Mayhem.
I love it. I love it. That'd be awesome. Dr. Moose. Yeah.
So tell me more about what your thoughts are on resolutions.
Resolutions. I've made many gym memberships where I've lost a lot of money, um, over and over and over again, and a lot of mine has been with weight. Some of mine have been spiritual too, where I've not fully done what I've needed to. What was it? I'm just telling the truth. 3 years ago, we had some people that were doing a Bible reading plan together. Um, and I said, yeah, I'll do it too. And it was on YouVersion. And I made it through March because I had my own Bible reading plan too. And I was trying to do both. And I realized that there was just no way I was going to be able to do two Bible reading plans because they picked out a very hardy Bible reading plan. Um, I'm someone that comes from the camp of less is more when it comes to Bible reading. When I was younger, I used to think I'd have to do 3 chapters a day. I would do a New Testament, Old Testament, and a proverb. And I thought that's what, I was supposed to do. Um, I don't know if that was the Baptist in me where I grew up at. I don't know if the SBC was like that other places, but you know, New Testament, Old Testament, proverb, and that's what we were taught, and trying to do all that. And so I would fail at that. I would also just things for my family and work. And so what I started doing then is instead of resolutions, like shooting for the sky and wondering if I was going to hit the trees. I wasn't that I didn't believe that I could do something, but I set practical goals instead. So for my ministry, for my personal life, I will do something that is achievable. Now, at the end of all that, I will put one goal that is going to take faith.
The pipe dream.
Yep. And that's okay. Instead of throwing the big one up here and just hoping for the one, I've set some practical goals that I could check off. I'm a checklist person. I'm a itinerary and checklist person. I love knowing what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, where we're going to go, you know, boom, 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 boom. And that's how I am about going into a new year. What drives me insane is a lot of my leaders at Southgate are not wing it type of people, but they're like, oh, it'll be good. We're going to be fine, you know. And I'm not that person at all. That actually,
Fly by the seat of your pants, baby.
I can't. It drives me insane. Can I do it? I can fly by the seat of my pants, but I am. It drives me nuts. And
You know, I can feel you there. We're going like I'm leading a group of 13 people to Italy in a couple weeks. And the logistics. If I didn't have a logistics background, I would be so nervous about getting everything done. And so I pretty much have the whole trip planned out. Now, when it's just me and Jessica, when we're the only ones that are going, I kind of do a mixture of both, but it's never really just we're gonna fly by the seat of our pants. Like when we went to Ireland 2 years ago, like I didn't get our hotel rooms in Belfast or Dublin until the day of because we didn't know what we were going to do. I told Jessica, "Hey, here's the stuff. Here's where we're going. Here's the stuff we can do. When we get there, we can kind of we can make a plan, but we want to kind of stay within this." And I think kind of going by what you're saying and kind of how you're describing it is, I think often our resolutions are so unrealistic that when we don't do what we hope to do and we fail, we don't ever try anymore. Like when you fail to be able to put your phone in airplane mode,
it's on airplane mode.
and
I'm
people
gonna
keep
take a screenshot of this right now. I'm gonna send a screenshot, not like, but I'm gonna send it to Moose afterwards so he can put this up as a graphic.
So, but I think a lot of times our resolutions and what we want to do are so unrealistic that when we fail, we don't
Yep.
want to do it. So, you know, if you think you have to read 3 chapters a day, you have to read Old Testament, New Testament, and a proverb a day, and then you
Yep.
don't do that, then you just feel like a failure. And guess what? You quit reading any of the Bible.
Oh yeah.
And
Yep.
that's why when I do my D Life stuff, I like it because I'm reading 1 chapter a day. Now, some chapters are 25 lines long. Some chapters are 75 lines long. It
Yep.
really just depends on, you know, you read Old Testament, New Testament, kind of are you in the Exodus, in the Pentateuch, or are you in the exile to Babylon? I mean, there's a whole lot of difference there in what you're reading just based off of length because there's a lot of exposition there
Oh yeah.
going on with the story. But it's manageable. It's manageable to five. You know, I can set aside 10 minutes, 15 minutes a day to read what I want, what I need to read that's in my plan, so I
Yep.
can talk about it at the end of the week.
Yep.
So,
No, that's good. That's
okay,
good.
earthquake over there.
Yeah. Just trying to make sure everything's set so it doesn't happen again. So
This is gonna be
literally
a fun,
all
this is
this
gonna
will
be a
make you
fun
laugh.
episode. Fun episode.
That has never happened to me in any of our episodes, any of them. maybe one. Yeah, no, it happened once before, but it happened one time. But literally, it was 2 council members, my wife, my youth pastor, all of them, all of them.
That's so funny.
And so if you see me look down like this, like I'm typing something, I'm like, I'm doing a podcast right now. I'm doing a podcast. Moves. Ah,
Did I get through?
you did. But I'm going to show you. I'm going to send you now I'm going to do it right now. You're going to get it right now. Hold on. Moose is going to get it right now. So he could see. So he can see.
This is a great way to start the new year, 2026. Love it already.
You're going to see.
If I can make your life a little more miserable, I'll be happy in a fun way.
There you go.
That is so funny. Oh, I didn't. Oh yeah, he's got it. He's got it in Wi-Fi.
I've got it on.
Got it in Wi-Fi or in airplane mode.
Yeah.
So,
And I have to have Wi-Fi on to talk to you.
You know what it is? You know what it is? You got Wi-Fi on, and they're calling from an iPhone. They're off. They're out. It goes through as like a FaceTime. That's what's happening.
But here's what's crazy. That would be great if 2 of them were not Droid users. Answer me that, Batman. Answer me that. So that's something. Ever since I moved back to my old phone, I was on a 16, moved back to my 14 because my 16 overheated all the time. And I just sent it back to him and told him to keep it. And but my 14 acts so weird like this. And I'm like, why? But
good deal. Well, hey man, I think we need to probably wrap this up. We're gonna hope to have continue on. This is episode what, 24?
yeah,
So I'll say our goal is to wrap up this season on episode 30 and maybe take a little break. And who knows? I may even be able to do an episode from Italy.
that'd be cool.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe we can get that to work out while we're there. But I can do it from my phone.
Yeah.
But hopefully we'll be able to get season 2 wrapped up by about episode 30, and that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'd be 7 episodes. Would take us to pretty much to the end of February, and we'll go on from there. Do like the great Cornholio.
My great Cornholio. Sorry. I need tea. Sorry.
You want to?
Yeah. So thank you all so much for being with us today. We're blessed that you took the time to listen to us. Thank you for even staying here while the multiple phone calls that I received came in. You'll see me going back and forth like this. Yeah. You'll understand that a pastor's phone never stops. But with that being said, speaking of phone, you can go to every major podcast streaming site except for Spotify, and you'll find us on there. We would love to connect you. The name of the podcast, of course, is On the Mic with Mike and Moose. We're also on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, and on TikTok. Our goal in the future is to do a live On the Mic with Mike and Moose, and we will love to do that. Maybe where we can have some guests. Maybe we'll do a panel where we bring people up throughout the time. So we're still trying to flesh what that looks like. But I want you to remember this. No matter where you've been, no matter what's happened, Jesus loves you. You can come home.
And I want everybody to know this. If you have New Year's resolutions, don't make them all pipe dreams. Make it something that you can build off of. Make it realistic. Because all that's going to do is build your confidence to be able to make more realistic goals. And if your goal is to become closer with God in 2026, I have a lifestyle change that I'd be willing to talk to you about. I will send you literature on, and I might even start my own D group on the Dissy. So with that said, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful January. We'll see you next week. I hope you had a happy new year. And Mike's waiting on me to do my line. And I think it's so funny. I'm gonna have them stay like that just for a few more seconds. Everybody, God bless you. Just want to let you know I'm praying for you. Bye.